video, I'm going to talk about the law of cosine, and using the law of cosine for finding this angle. And it is different with the last video, but finding the side, solving for a side using the law of cosine. And for the angles, the law of cosine for the angles, the formula is like this. C squared is equal to a squared plus b squared minus 2 times a times b times cosine of theta. It is similar with the original cosine, a law of cosine, but we need to remember that we are not solving for it. We are solving for this theta, but c squared, we don't know what is c. So if we were to find the data, the c is equal to opposite side. And opposite side are gonna be c, and the left or right side are gonna be a or b. So if we a little bit simplify and apply for this law of cosine formula for this triangle, it's gonna be equal to c squared, which is 20 squared, is equal to a squared, which is 50 squared, and we're gonna make 2,500, plus b squared, which is right over here. B is equal to 60. 60 squared is equal to 36,600. Minus, I'll just write parentheses to not to be confused with it. Minus 2 times AB, which is A is 50 times B, which is 60, and all of that times cosine of theta. So if you simplify this expression, it will gonna be equal to 400. Let's see, 20 times 20 is equal to 400, and it is equal to 2,500 plus 3,600. It'll be equal to 6,100 minus, let's see, 2 times 50 is equal to 100 times 60 is equal to 6,000 times, I'll just write it, times cosine of theta. And if it's less, we need to isolate this cosine of theta in the right side or the right side in order to find for it, and we can simplify the rest of the expressions, and we can subtract 6,100 to the both sides, and in the right side 6,100 we're gonna cancel out, and in the left side we're gonna be 400 minus 6,100 is equal to negative 5,700, and it is equal to, I'll cancel out, negative 6,000 times cosine of theta. And we also need to isolate cosine theta right over here, and we can, the way to isolate cosine of theta is to divide minus 6,000 to the both side, and in the right side, in the negative 6,000 we're gonna cancel out, and in the right side we can cancel it by removing 0, 0, and it will gonna be equal to, I'll write cosine theta first because it is the thing that I wanted to find. Cosine of theta is equal to negative 57 over negative 60. The negative sign will also going to cancel out, and we're going to be equal to 57 over 60. But we can simplify furthermore with 3. It's going to be equal to 20 over 19. So we are just have to find the cosine of theta is equal to 19 over 20. But we need to find data, not a cosine of data. So that means we need to divide cosine to the both sides. And divide cosine. And the cosine will cancel out and it will gonna be equal to data is equal to, we have learned that if we divide cosine, it won't gonna be divide cosine, it will gonna be cosine of -1, which is the inverse trigonometric function. Inverse is not an exponent. It just shows the inverse. And of 19 over 20. And I already calculated this expression right over here. And it is approximately like this number. So I'll just gonna put this right over here. Cosine of -1 of 1920. 19 over 20 is equal to 18.19 for a 7, on and on and on. But if you were to put these numbers in the calculator, you guys need to watch out and look at your calculator if it is in degree mode. It should be a degree mode in order to calculate this. And we can finally figure out that data right over here is approximately, because we need to round this answer. It is on and on and on. Let's round it to nearest tens place. I mean, let's just round in nearest degrees. And it's gonna be equal to just 18 degrees. Or I'll just write it into a sign. And we have figured out that data is approximately 18 degrees right over here. And we just use the law of cosine in order to find the data right over here, which is in missing angles, using the A, B, C, which is the given sign, and we apply the law of cosine, but it is kind of different with the using law of cosine to find the side of the triangle. And we finally got the answer that data right over here is approximately equal to 18 degrees. And we are done.